video 2. So talked to the landlord. He just told me they were done doing the dirt work they were going to do, and he'd be out of the way. So that's all that amounted to. So herbicide program, I believe, is where I left off. There's a neighbor's conventional tillage cornfield. I've been corn for 10 years. Will be forever. Anyway, I ended up using Zidua Pro, which would have Zidua, Sharpen, and Pursuit in it, along with Metribuzin, which will give me some excellent broadleaf control, and glyphosate for grass burn down. So nothing too fancy. Well, it is kind of fancy, but it worked really well. It's fairly economical for what I want to do. I'm a big believer in using several different modes of action, and as far as that goes, thinking ahead, I'm not going to double up on any all year in beans. We've had issues with Palmer Amaranth moving in on soybeans. We used to have issues with mare's tail, but anymore that's no big deal. The Sharpen is excellent on knocking down the mare's tail. Otherwise, 2,4-D works really well too, especially like with Enlist beans. You can plant the, you can use the Enlist 2,4-D and plant the same day, or do a pre-emerge or that kind of thing. So that's pretty cool that we can do that now. It makes a big difference on herbicides. So, but that's it on herbicide. So I am no-till. I mean, we fix some ditches here and there. We do a little bit of dirt work like that. If we have to, I will disc a field, especially if there's been cattle on it late. I do not like to do it, but sometimes you don't have a choice. So this 750 drill, the only thing more important than me in this farming operation in this drill is the tractor is currently hooked to. This tractor is economical, does a good job that way, very reliable. This drill, I mean, what it can do, I mean, look at that line there. Look at what it does to the trash and the residue. I mean, it's basically a vertical tillage and seeding machine in one pass. Now, don't get me wrong, the 750 drill is a pain in the ass to work on. I mean, it is terrible. There's no room, it's tight. Everything's got, there's all kinds of, there's, what is there, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 bearings on a row unit. You know, there's more than that, there's 5, because there's a gauge wheel, there's an opener disc, there's the seed boot, there's a press wheel, and the closing wheel. So I mean, there's a lot of parts on one of these. The bonus part is, I think the thing would put seed in concrete. So, I know a lot of guys have crust busters and Great Plains and those types of drills, which will do a good job. Sunflowers, Landall. The biggest thing that is a knock on the John Deere's is they make this 15-foot. They made a 20-foot, which is a non-folding drill. It's kind of a pain in the butt. Or you have to go to an air seeder. Case IH makes an air seeder that's got the same. Those are the ones I know of. I'm sure there's more different ones, whatever. But there we go. But that basically is a planter unit on there. I mean, you don't have a singulation like a planter would, but as far as the ability to plant and level ground and work ground and size residue, I mean, this is about as versatile as it gets. I've planted about anything you can think of with this drill. Alfalfa, soybeans, grain sorghum, sorghum sudan, chaff grass. Let's see, what else? I've planted several different cocktail or cover crop blends, wheat, oats, I mean, plus the blends. I mean, like a blend, I'm talking it would have like oats, sorghum sedan, radishes, turnips, collards, or like the one we got across the road here. I haven't terminated yet. It's winter wheat, winter peas, and rape, and hairy veg. So versatility, I love it. It's hard to work on, and it's a John Deere, so the parts are expensive. But when it does the job it does, I'm just tickled pink with it. So I bought this drill in the fall of 2014. I've done a lot of work to this drill, but this drill's done a lot of work for me. I don't overhaul it all at one time, just because economics, I can't afford to. I do spread it out, or try to, so I can afford it and still run it, and it still does a good job. I measured this morning because I had an opener disc off for a bearing. They're 17.25 inches, so it's about wore out. Wore out is 17 inches. 18 inches is a new disc. Let me get, there's a grain riser here. I'm trying to get snuck around with the drill. Alrighty. I did put the Needham V8 for, what do they call them? Firming wheel, I suppose. It actually runs in the seed trench behind the seed boot and pushes the seed into the bottom of the trench. I also updated the closing wheels to what would be on like a 1560 or a 1590, where the bearing is in the arm instead of in the closing wheel. I got to where I was having trouble with bearings and the closing wheels going out, so you'd fix 6 of them in the morning and you'd fix 6 of them after dinner. This is exaggerated a little bit, so I just got to the point where I was tired of fixing them, and I just updated the wheels, and I haven't had an issue since. So it's about due for cedar blades. I know it needs seed boots on it. I'm really confident it needs seed boots on it. So I've put different gauge wheels on it, and those are starting to show some wear. This drill will do in a light year, which this year might, well, let's see here. Last year would have been a lighter year. You know, it did 200 acres of beans, 50 acres of sedan, 40 acres of teff grass. And then it did, well, last year wasn't that light a year. Anyway, this drill will do 500 to 800 acres a year for me. Pretty easy. And sometimes I do custom, sometimes I don't. Last year I didn't do any custom. 20 I didn't do any custom. 2019 I did about 600 acres of custom bean drilling. And 2018 I did probably 200 acres of custom wheat and somewhere around 200 acres of custom soybeans. So we got a few soybeans lined up this spring to do, but 60 acres, 50, 60 acres, not a lot, but it's something. So I'm gonna pay some fuel bills. So I can't brag enough about this drill and what it does. I know they make a 10-foot version too. You know, if anybody is looking for a no-till drill, I'd look really hard at these. They can be a lot of parts and a lot of upkeep, but I just haven't seen one that does a better job. So, just my preference. There goes the local John Deere man. So, but that's going to be it. It's going to be kind of short. I doubt we get any cow videos. Maybe get one in the truck or something going down the road. I'd like to, but we're at a vet clinic. It's hectic when we get there. We do the work and we go, and I don't want to be disrespectful to anybody else taking videos. Some of that stuff, I don't want to give anybody ammunition on things that happen and go on. I mean, not that we abuse our animals, but you know, anything can be twisted into something you don't want it to be. So there's that part of it. But all right, well, sorry for the two-part video. Sorry, just basically me talking anyway. There's a little bit of action. We'll watch the drill some more. I'll try not to get you too dizzy. It's gonna be rough here for a little bit. So, nope, just plant 21 is going. We got almost perfect field conditions for going. I just tickled with it, so that's working really well. We've got good moisture going into it. And here where they did the work, these ditches over and stuff, actually they had a grader here helping, and he about got stuck, so it's really soft under here. You can see, I don't know if you can see my tracks over here where I went through. It is just super soft. Dang, fuel filled. It is just soft back there, soft. But that's okay. We'll get a rain on it, get her leveled out, sealed up. We'll get the beans out of the ground and see what kind of crop we come up with. So, all right, thanks for watching. We'll catch you later.